So what services does AACI offer the community?
Well, we offers a wide range of services through 8 or 10 programs, depending on how you count it. If you look here, you'll see things. About an advocacy, community engagement. We have an HIV/AIDS program, domestic violence, youth services, mental health, senior primary care health services, alcohol and drug services. Something called a Center for Survivors of Torture. That is, as it sounds, a mental health counseling and support center for folks who have come from countries like Cambodia, from recently Bosnia and Herzegovina, and who are torture survivors. A lot of those injuries, as you well know, are besides the physical indicators, there's a lot of PTSD. Delayed reaction to this kind of stress. And even though folks may now be safe and secure in a different country, the effects of the torture, the psychological and the other effects of the torture, take time and support to get through.
Pertaining to your health program here, in this day and age, most people need health insurance to go for their medical problems. If someone doesn't have health insurance, how would they come here for your services?
We are a what's known as a federally qualified health center, FQHC, and with that kind of designation, we do a couple kinds of things. We provide a comprehensive range of services for the people whom we see, and second of all, we turn nobody away based on their ability to pay. If you don't have cash or if you don't have insurance, you come and we see you on a sliding fee scale based on your income. It starts at 200% of what the federal poverty level, and prices go down to 0 if you're not making anything.
So I have a question about the alcohol and others drug service, and how do you guys help people that come in here looking for that service?
Well, a couple kinds of ways. First of all, one of the things that we do run is a DDP, a drunk driver program. So when you get your DUI, one of the things that happens is you got to go through a DDP program, a court-ordered program, and we run that kind of program downstairs here. This is the length of the program, as you probably know, depends on whether it's your first, second, or third DUI, and with that, you have to spend more time with it. We've done that's at one end of the spectrum, but the other kinds of services include adolescent substance abuse stuff, because in fact people don't wake up on their 21st birthday and decide it's time to go have a bunch of pops. Work with a bunch of substance abuse prevention organizations, and we partner with folks on different kinds of substance abuse prevention and education services. We don't run a treatment unit as such, but refer folks to treatment units when they get to spend some time away thinking about this stuff.
More for you.
You got one more.
Yeah, I wanted to tackle the issue about domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Yeah, I understand that you have services and some programs here for that.
Yes.
And I got some stats here that I looked up.
And
I'm like, okay, so every 9 seconds a woman is being beaten. And domestic violence is the leading cause of injury to women.
Yep.
More than car accidents,
yep,
muggings, and rapes combined.
Yep.
Every day in the U.S., more than 3 women are murdered by their husband or boyfriend.
Yep.
So with those alarming statistics, my question to you is, how do you think we can stop this from continuing, or at least reduce the numbers?
Okay. This comes under the general heading of, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Men are pigs. Men are dogs, but no, stuff happens. The reason that we set up a shelter for Asian women was because people don't believe that that happens in our communities. Surprise, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. It is also harder for women from our communities to find places in other shelters. Okay.
What kind of stuff that you guys do on community engagement?
Well, so providing services, if you think about the services, our mission is to do 3 kinds of things. We provide services, we educate folks about what's going on with Asian and Pacific Americans in our community, and we do advocacy, because our roots 40 years ago had to do with organizing and advocacy. Community engagement is a piece of education and advocacy. Now, we run a couple things for folks like Second Thursdays, which is a program for Asians who move into the Valley. Young folks are coming into work to get together and do some volunteering. But deeper and behind all of that is the idea that we ought to be helping folks here understand how national issues affect us, like all the immigration stuff. And on the other side, we ought to be letting folks know what's going on in this most diverse of communities.